The, the location of this pineal gland, that is dorsal side to forebrain. This pineal gland secretes melatonin. What are the functions of this melatonin? It will play an important role in regulation of a 24-hour rhythm cycle. That in the sense when we are going to sleep, wake up, that and all. Diurnal cycle, we can call that as diurnal cycle, and it influences metabolism and pigmentation, skin color, and that in case of females, it also maintains that helps in that menstrual cycle, and also our defense capability is depends upon this melatonin. Okay, and next, thyroid gland. See that thyroid gland having two lobes, composed of two lobes, which is located on either side of trachea. See this is the vocal cord here. This is the trachea. On either side of the trachea, two lobes are present. There is thyroid gland in two lobes. So these two lobes are interconnected with a thin flap of connective tissue, that is nothing but isthmus. Okay, the two lobes that are connected by connective tissue, that is isthmus. And here the thyroid gland mainly having two types of cells, that is one is follicles, another one is stromal tissue. The stromal tissue is a connective tissue that supports the lobules and follicles. Here follicles that are follicular cells, follicles having follicular cells enclosing a cavity. Okay, so here these follicular cells synthesizes two hormones that are tetraiodothyronin or thyroxine, and triiodothyronin, that is T3 hormone. Okay, T3 hormone and T4 hormones these are the two hormones synthesized there. Then here the iodine is essential for synthesis of these hormones, thyroid hormones. If it is deficient, if iodine is deficient, okay, that leads to hypothyroidism. So hypothyroidism, low secretion of thyroid hormones there. So simple goiter is a result of that hypothyroidism, is a form of hypothyroidism. So if a person is suffering from simple goiter, if during pregnancy, that leads to some effects that are like maturation of growing baby will be defective. So defective development and maturation of that growing baby, which leads to that stunted growth, and it leads mental retardation and low intelligence coefficients, low IQ. The abnormal skin will be there. Skin looks somewhat scaly like, and deaf and mutism, not able to speak, not able to listen. So if during pregnancy, if the woman got that hypothyroidism and simple goiter, these are the conditions. In case of adult women, that menstrual cycle becomes irregular menstrual cycle will be there. Then hyperthyroidism. What do you mean by this hyperthyroidism? Here there are two main causes for this hyperthyroidism. One is cancer of the thyroid gland that leads to hyperthyroidism, or development of nodules of thyroid gland. That also leads to hypothyroidism. Either of these will leads to hypothyroidism. That in the sense the rate of synthesis and secretion of thyroid hormone increased to abnormal high levels. Very high secretion of thyroid hormones will be there. This hypothyroidism, that is a form of that leads to that formation of that leads to exophthalmic goiter. Simple goiter is because of hypothyroidism. Exophthalmic goiter is because of hyperthyroidism. This exophthalmic goiter is otherwise called Graves' disease. Here, if you see the symptoms of this Graves' disease, that enlargement of thyroid gland will be there, protrusion of eyeballs, and that basal metabolic rate will increase, and there will be weight loss. So this is a common symptom, that enlargement of thyroid gland is a common symptom for both Graves' disease as well as simple goiter. Okay, both exophthalmic goiter and simple goiter having a common symptom, that is enlargement of thyroid gland. Okay, hyper, that is exophthalmic goiter. Okay, hypo, simple goiter. Okay, so the thyroid hormones, coming to the functions, that will regulate that basal metabolic rate, that will support that RBC formation, and that will control the metabolism of carbohydrates, not only carbohydrates, proteins and fats also, that will influences the maintenance of water and electrolyte balance. Okay, generally this thyroid gland also secretes another protein hormone along with that T3 and T4 hormones, that is thyrocalcitonin, TCT. We are representing with TCT, that will regulate the blood calcium level. How it will regulate the blood calcium level? In the sense, this generally whenever if blood calcium is whenever blood calcium is less, this calcium level, the calcium which is present in the bone enter into the blood. Okay, enter into the blood. This thyrocalcitonin will stop the entry of calcium from bone to blood. That means automatically the calcium level in the blood decreases. It decreases the blood calcium level. Which one? Is thyrocalcitonin. So we call the TCT, thyrocalcitonin, as hypocalcemic hormone. Hypocalcemic hormone, that is thyrocalcitonin, which decreases the blood calcium level by stopping that, by reducing that flow of calcium from bone to blood. Next, parathyroid gland. So parathyroid gland, here the 4 parathyroid glands are present, which is present on back side of the thyroid gland, 1 pair each in the 2 lobes of thyroid gland. Okay, so 1 lobe, 1 pair of parathyroid glands are present. 1 lobe of thyroid gland is having 1 pair of parathyroid glands are present. This parathyroid gland will secrete parath hormone or parathyroid hormone, which is a peptide hormone. Okay, so this secretion of parathyroid hormone, that is regulated by circulating levels of calcium ions. Based upon the circulating levels of calcium ions, that will whether it will secrete or stop. Here, if the blood calcium level is less, this PTH secretion occurs. Okay, if blood calcium is less, PTH secretion will occur. At the same time, if blood calcium is more, then TCT secretion will occur. If blood calcium is less, PTH secretion will occur. So what it will do, this PTH, in the sense, here in 3 ways, it will increase the blood calcium level. See the first way. So this PTH stimulates that bone resorption in the sense dissolution or demineralization or dissolution. So the calcium, the mineral which is present in the bone, will comes out and enter into this blood. That means blood calcium level increases, and this parathyroid hormone stimulates the reabsorption of calcium ions from renal tubules. Okay, So that means the calcium ions will enter into that blood as it is reabsorbed, and there will be increase this parathyroid hormone will increase the calcium absorption from digested food. Okay, so that means that calcium ions enter into this blood. Overall, this blood calcium level increases. So we can say that PTH is hypercalcemic hormone. We see that these two are exactly oppositely working, antagonistic. This TCT, thyrocalcitonin, which is secreted by thyroid gland, PTH, parath hormone, which is secreted by parathyroid gland, both are antagonistic. This is hypocalcemic, this is hypercalcemic. Okay. Next, thymus, that is a lobular structure. Thymus, that is a lobular structure located between lungs and behind sternum and on the ventral side of the aorta. Between lungs, behind sternum and ventral side of aorta. Okay, so this will play an important role in development of immune system. How it will develop the immune system? This thymus secretes a hormone, that is thymosin. In two ways it will develop that immune system. First way, that is it plays a major role in differentiation of T lymphocytes. That are like T helper cells, okay, like T suppressor cells, like that. It will help in the differentiation of T lymphocytes, which will provide that cell mediated immunity. And another way is it will promote, the thymosin promote the production of antibodies that will provide the humoral immunity. Okay, so like that, both it activate the cell, it will provide cell mediated immunity as well as humoral immunity. Overall, it will helps a major role, it will play a major role in development of immune system. And in case of old individuals, as age increases, the thymus get degenerated and the production of thymosin will get decreased. As the thymosin production is decreased, immune response becomes weak. Okay.